Rosen. I will note that there is a vote on the floor. Senator Sullivan is recognized
Thank you,
for
Mr. Chairman.
5 minutes at least.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to thank the witnesses for their excellent service to our country and their families for their great service and support of them as well. It's very much appreciated. General Reed, I want to dig into the issue of air refueling. The current TRANSCOM commander, General Van Ovost, testified in her April hearing before this committee that aerial refueling was among her top readiness concerns. You expressed similar concerns in your advanced policy questions. The importance of air refueling, something that my state of Alaska, is very familiar with. Alaska-based tankers, more than tankers based anywhere else in the country, are currently executing real-world missions in support of our national defense strategy's #1 priority, which is defense of the homeland. As I'm sure you've seen just in the last couple of weeks, our KC-135s, which are associated with our Air National Guard, have been performing at the highest level of readiness, intercepting Russian fighters just last weekend, intercepting joint Russian-Chinese strategic bombers coming into our AIDAs 5 weeks ago, intercepting and shooting down Chinese spy balloons over Alaska. This is all done with our tankers. And then, of course, when we have red flag up in Alaska, the tankers are hugely needed for that massive exercise. It's been going on all summer, Northern Edge as well. And then, as you know, General, any Indo-PACOM conflict there, the forces are going to flow from the lower 48 through Alaska over to the Indo-PACOM. As General Van Ovost said, air refueling is foundational to our nation's power projection advantage. It is our most stress capability. One of my concerns, and if confirmed, I want to get your commitment to work with me on this. I have gone through Air Force leadership, General C.Q. Brown when he was Chief of Staff of the Air Force, the current Secretary of the Air Force, the last Secretary of the Air Force, saying, hey, Senator, we know you need more tankers in Alaska. Makes strategic sense. KC-46s, oh, maybe not. KC-135s, oh, we'll get 4 to you, oh, maybe not. So it's been a real frustration of mine because strategically, the leadership I talked to in the Air Force is saying 100% we need more tankers in Alaska. So what's your view on where we are with regard to tankers for the country in Alaska, and can I get your commitment, if confirmed, to work with me on this? It's been a frustration of mine. Secretary of the Air Force, a couple of years ago, General C.Q. Brown, a couple of years ago, said, hey, we're not going to do KC-46s in Alaska. It doesn't make sense to me. I had a lot of 4-stars saying, of course we are. But we're going to bring KC-135s there. Now we're not doing that. I'm frustrated. I've been working on this issue for 6 years, and it makes strategic sense what I'm talking about. So can I get your commitment to work with me on this? And if confirmed, because it's a huge issue for TRANSCOM. And by the way, the TRANSCOM service members do such a great job. But do you have any thoughts on this, General?
Senator, my reflections on this stems from my years of operating there off and on. And so I know you also have concerns on the operating conditions in the high north and what our outstanding forces do when they're operating up there. In flying transports and air refueling, I fully understand the importance of Alaska, importance of the region. Very, very proud of the airmen who have supported the fighters to protect the country, and very, very valuable piece of land there. Senator, as you can tell from General Van Ovost and the statements that I made in my policy questions, tankers are absolutely vital and fundamental. We cannot maneuver the force, we cannot respond at the speed that we need to without a healthy tanker fleet. And if confirmed, one of the main things I'll do is I'll continue to push and advocate for making that fleet stronger. In terms of where the tankers go and how they're positioned, wherever they need to be, I will ensure that those tankers are there. It's obvious that I will have to work with you, and if you invite me to Alaska, I will certainly be there to see for myself.
You're invited to Alaska.
Thank you.
There you go. So are you, General Brunson. I'm just going to be one final quick question for you, General Brunson. What's your assessment of this new North Korean-Russian strategic partnership? The intel I'm reading is it's more than just kind of a facade. It's quite concerning. Do you have any thoughts on that, General?
Yes, Senator. I think that one of the things that we have to continue to look at, we have to continue to try to understand what's coming back. The things that are going out, known, seen, open press and the like. I think as well that as we continue to see DPRK reach to other locations, I think we also have to be cognizant of the opportunities that we have, because there might be a fissure between China and DPRK now, that they are looking toward Russia. I think that the quid pro quo relationship amongst the authoritarian colluders, I think that's going to be there, and I think that's the assailable flank that we have to deal with things early and often. I think that there are things in the IC that we can apply to these relationships that we might understand better. And I don't mean this in any martial sense, but there are nodes that could be targetable outside of DPRK and other locations that would help us to understand the illicit trade that's going on amongst these nations. Sir.
Good, great, good answer. Thank you, thank you. I look forward to supporting both of you gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Sullivan. Senator Scott, you have no further